Good afternoon, Bell Nation. It's Rob. It is Monday, the 29th of July. Hope you guys are having a great day. It is absolutely beautiful out here. Again, I am at the LPL compound, and here is what I'm looking at. Just kind of give you a general idea of the beauty that is out there today. It's such a nice day. It's not terribly extremely hot, and it's got a little bit of a slight breeze going, so it's really pretty nice out here. I haven't touched base with you guys in a few days in terms of like just individual message like this. I did have a video that I posted last night, I guess it was the interview with Vance Ward. If you haven't watched it, you have to watch that. It's fantastic. He's the guy who posted his weight loss journey on Facebook, and it went viral, and then he's got like millions of views on his YouTube video. And so he was gracious enough to give me some time on Friday night, and it was a great interview. It was over an hour. I posted it last night, so please get a chance to look at that. While you're there, please subscribe to the page and like the page and share it to those folks who need to hear some positive energy. I'm trying to get the name Bell Academy branded on YouTube, but I have to have 100 subscribers before I can do that. And right now I'm not there yet. So please feel free to like, share, but definitely subscribe. So I'm going to be looking down at my notes here for a little bit, because it's been a couple of days, week or so, since I've actually posted anything, and a couple of things have happened since my last post. So I want to kind of go real quickly. First thing is, after my speaking with Vance, he made some really good points, and he has refocused his energy on his diet and the core exercise that he does, which is DDP yoga. He is going to be taking a step back from some of the triathlons that he's doing and some other things he's doing, because he was kind of plateaued in the mid 260s. At one point he got down to 256. His last weigh-in before today was 272. So he's been kind of hovering around that 200 to 215 pound weight loss for close to a year. So he's rededicated himself to his diet and weighed in this morning at 259. So he dropped 13 pounds last week just by focusing on his diet alone. This morning I weighed in at 193.5. My last weigh-in was like 190.2. So we'll say 3.5 pounds is what I put on. And that's not terrible, but I've been fluctuating between 190 and 195 now for quite some time, and I'm ready to get back down to 180s again. So I'm going to take Vance's lead, and I'm going to create some new hashtags for myself. One of them is 175.0, which is going to be my target weight. I'm about a little less than 20 pounds away from that. So 175.0 is the target weight. I'm also going to be using 193 is not my weight. That is not my weight. I'm not 193. I am, but that is not what my body wants to be. And also, refocused. I've got to be refocused on my diet, on my exercise. I've been really kind of out of my routine when it comes to doing the things here at the office. I was doing 4 and 5 days a week before, and now I'm maybe going once or twice every week or every other week here. I'm still doing things at home, walking and stretching there, but I need to get more routine. So I'm refocusing on my routine. That's important. What got me to below 200 is what's going to get me to 175, and I can't abandon those principles. So that's something I wanted to share with you. Here's a good one. So my birthday was the 18th, and I decided that I was going to stop focusing all the negative energy on things that I lack, and there were 3 things that I mentioned in there, and I'm not going to rehash them. But one of the things that I wanted to do was focus on just what I'm doing now, right? I mean, where I work, do some side hustles on the side to make some extra money until my book is written and published, and maybe I can get some coaching clients out of that. But but focus on what's going on now and stop worrying about other things. And I said that, and then as soon as I said that on Tuesday I started getting interview calls from a company that I've been dealing with before, and that was on Tuesday. On Wednesday I had a phone screening with the guy who I used to work for. Then on Thursday I met with one of the guys here up at the coffee shop here near LPL, and didn't heard nothing on Friday, but it sounded really, really promising. And then today I got the email back from the recruiter who said the client went a different direction, and that's cool, So it's everything in its due time. There's a plan, there's a purpose for all of this, and I believe that if I stick to that plan and follow what I believe is, where God wants me to be in terms of what I need to be doing, that I'll get there. Did I think that the job that was presented to me last week was up my alley, ideal? No, it was definitely a stretch role. Would have been in the program management, project management office. It would definitely been a little bit of a stretch, but I could have done it. I don't have any doubt. Now I'm in the camp that Vance Hinds is in. I can do anything now. I've overcome some massive odds to get to where I'm at now. I can do anything. So throw that job at me. I'll do it. It didn't work out that way, and that's cool. So I'm going to find what it is that I need to be doing. I know what it needs to be doing. I know exactly what I need to be doing. It's getting myself prepared to make that move, to make that jump. It's a huge leap of faith, and I don't have. I have got to get into a situation where I feel comfortable making that leap of faith. That being said, I'm still going to focus on Bell. I'm still going to focus on the book. I'm still going to focus on interviewing killer quality people. The Vance interview was fantastic. You've got to read it. You've got to watch it. There's so much I learned about the man that I had no idea. Like the fact that he was on his deathbed in 2012. The fact that he was a heavy drinker for a long time. These are things that you don't catch in that video that he posted out there a while back. And he's allowed me to share this stuff with you and put it in my book. So I'm writing a chapter that's going to be basically about his transformation. Is going to be in the Bell book, because I believe what he has done is exactly in what the Bell philosophy is. He was inspired by Bert Kreischer, the comedian. He believed he should be doing something and that he could do something more than what he was doing. He got that inspiration from Bert. He started doing things, started having these small victories, and they built up to a huge monumental win of almost 200 pounds in 1 year, lost with no surgery. There was no bariatric surgery. There was no any of that stuff. So the fact that he is basically did the exact same thing that I'm preaching in the Bell movement is all the more reason to have him in the book. So, and there are other people coming up too that I'm going to be interviewing. I've got a professional disc golfer that I met in Kansas. I'll be interviewing him. Another author who she used to be have struggles with her weight. Now she's a very successful life coach and author and speaker, and so I'll have her on here soon as well. So I've got all these things planned, and they're all coming together, and I'm loving every second of it. What else did I want to cover? So the big things were allowing things to come when they're supposed to happen. I think I was pushing a lot. I was kind of focusing a lot of energy, a lot of attention, and a lot of negativity toward things that I know that aren't where they need to be in my life right now. And most of that is career and financial. And I was pushing too hard. And I sent an email to the recruiter, and I copied the two guys from the firm that I've been speaking with, and I told them, the transformation I'm doing right now, the personal transformation I'm going through, did not take place overnight. It was a long process. It's been 11 months. 11 months of sometimes really excruciatingly hard work. Lots of sacrifice, lots of delaying instant gratification, because that was what I always deferred to. I was always, what is in it for me? What can I do to make myself feel good right now? I wasn't thinking always about my wife or always about my kids or always about my family or friends or God or anything else for that matter. It was always about me. And so that was a learning process. And it's been 11 months of busting my rear end to get to where I'm at now. And I'm not going to stop by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not finished. This story is not over. It is just beginning. And we're at the very beginning stages of this story, my friends, and it's going to get better. But what I sent to them in that email was, hey, the personal transformation did not happen overnight. It took time. It took patience. It took making sure I did things the right way. And the career is going to be the exact same way. It's not going to happen overnight. There has to be a good fit. And it might be that I stay here and work for the cool boss that I have, who I totally freaking dig. He's awesome. I work here and I supplement my income on the outside. And then as soon as the book is published and written and published and getting out there in the hands of people and changing lives on a larger global scale versus this local thing that I'm doing right now, who knows what'll happen? Who knows what the future holds? I could be sitting on my golden ticket, my lottery ticket, and I'm sitting on it. So one of the things I told my wife this morning when I woke up and I did my way in, and I wanted to be up this morning at 5. I wanted to be in bed at last night at around 9:15, 9:30 so I could get my 7.5 hours of sleep in and be up by 5 a.m. and then do all the things I want to do, and I didn't do it. Why? Why didn't I get up at 5? Because that bed felt freaking awesome. And I was tired and I wanted to sleep in, and I did. And that's just not conducive to doing the things that I need and want to do. So it will be a challenge to stick to these things, but I'm going to, and I'm going to hammer it out, and it's going to become a routine every single day. And I told my wife, I told Lori, I said, it's time to stop reading and start implementing. I'm a chronic learner. I love to read. I love to learn new things. I love to get that spark of wisdom and go, oh God, that's a great idea. And then I've got to now put it into action. Reading and learning is fantastic. I highly encourage it to my children and to my friends and to my wife and everyone else. But if you do not put it into action, it's worthless. It's useless trivia in your brain. Put it into action. Learn it, and then execute it. That's what I've been doing all this year, and then I've just gotten to the point now where I feel like I've slacked off on a little bit of the execution. And it's not because of a 3-pound weight gain. That is not what I'm referring to. I need to have this book finished. This book needs to be out there in people's hands and changing lives. I can point to 4 or 5 people right now who I meet with on a regular basis, one of whom I view as a dear friend, who also view him as my first client, who has made some leaps and bounds in his changes. And it is nothing to do with stopping addictions or losing weight. It has nothing to do with any of that, which is what I did, right? I mean, the addiction of alcohol, losing weight, getting exercise, all those things. It has nothing to do with that. The Bell movement has nothing to do with getting off alcohol, losing weight, any of those things. It's a complete change of mind. That is all it is. The Bell movement is focused on the 6 inches between your ears. When you get that 6 inches between your ears running and working for you, not against you, when that 6 inches between your ears is your ally and not your adversary, then you become an unstoppable force. My friend, he is living a completely transformative life as we speak right now. And it's only been 2.5 months. If you ask him, he'll tell you. And he'll actually tell you that I saved his life. That's not true. It's not true at all. He saved his life. He saved his life by changing the way he thinks about himself and about things around him. That's all this is. This is simply executing on the knowledge you already have, getting out of your own way, making your brain your ally and not your adversary. That's all this is, guys. So I want you all to have a fantastic week. It is, I don't know what the forecast looks like, but if it's like this, it's going to be an amazing week for us all. And I would love for you to find me on my social media. I'm actually in the process of rebranding a Twitter page and an Instagram page to where it'll all kind of flow with the Facebook and the YouTube. The Facebook page is called the Bell Academy - Rob Simpson. The YouTube page is going to be the Bell Academy - Rob Simpson. And when I get 100 subscribers, I can change the URL up at the top. Right now it's like youtube.com / and then like some jumble of crazy letters and symbols. I want it to be youtube.com / the Bell Academy. So easy to find that way. Right now it's a hyperlink I've got to click and put it into someone's browser or into the message. So help me get to 100 subscribers. Share this with your friends. There are a lot of people out there, y'all, that need the message that the Bell movement is trying to spread. There are a lot of people out there that need this. Our deficiency in society isn't a lack of knowledge. Our deficiency isn't a lack of willpower or exercise. Our deficiency is that we have programmed ourselves to just be part of the herd, to be just one of many who are going in the same path and not thinking outside of the box, not trying to take a different route. Jim Carrey had that quote I mentioned before. He said, "Your need to be accepted is making you invisible in this world." Don't be invisible. Don't just be accepted. Don't just fit in. Vance's podcast is called Extra Usual, not extraordinary. We don't want to be ordinary. We want to be extraordinary. We want to be extraordinary, not ordinary. So do what you got to do. Put in the work. If you are stuck and you need some help, call me, inbox me, text me, whatever. I can set up a Zoom. I mean, the Zoom interview I did with Vance, it's a fantastic way to communicate. I can see you, you can see me. We're gonna have some one-on-one time. Eventually, when my coaching practice starts, it's gonna be mostly through Zoom. I will have live one-on-one coaching with people through the Zoom platform. So reach out. Right now, I'm not charging you. Right now, I'm free. And once this book is out there and I get to become what I want to become, an author, a speaker, I might change that. I might change that even for friends and family. Especially you, Lori. All right, y'all. I'm done being silly now. Okay, so again, it's the Bell philosophy. You believe it, you achieve it, you inspire others, and you lead them to their transformation. And then we're going to have a new hashtag once this thing kicks off and people are starting to get transformed. It's going to be called Transformation. TRAN, capital N. Instead of transformation, transformation. It's going to transform this freaking nation with the Bell movement. Believe, achieve, inspire, and lead. Bell. Thanks, guys. Remember, subscribe, like, share, and check out Vance's interview. It's fantastic. Thanks, y'all. Bye.